Hello and welcome, Golden Era here, and today we're going to be having a look at CMLL versus AAA, a video game made by a person named Night Stalker. Obviously, this is running on the No Mercy engine, and the first thing you're going to notice here is that it is completely in Spanish. If you know the No Mercy menus, then you should have no problem here. Obviously, the arenas are going to be arenas centered around the Mexican promotions, as we see here. NGX, which is an indie promotion in Mexico that I've never heard of. Ultimo Dragon Gym is another thing that I didn't know was a thing down in Mexico. The yearly tournament, they have their own arena for that. I have no idea what indie that is as well. Also, as you see here, the options are in Spanish, so hopefully you're familiar with them, so that you don't have to necessarily read them. If you're familiar with the No Mercy options, then they're the same options. This game has just been modified for Spanish speakers because it is focused on Mexican wrestling. As we saw there, Místico and La Parc, which is actually a different person from La Parca, it gets confusing. And here we have Dr. Wagner Jr., one of the biggest pro wrestlers down in Mexico. The guy's like a huge celebrity down there. Dos Caras Jr. and Lismark Jr. The legendary Blue Panther is in this game. Without the mask. I'd never seen him without the mask, so that's shocking. And the legendary Ultimo Dragon. I marked out when I saw that Ultimo Dragon was in this game. We have Ultimo Guerrero, Atlantis, which surprisingly his mask is red. It's supposed to be blue. Like, what the fuck? But I mean, it's still cool that Atlantis is in the game. Rey Bucanero, La Parca, the original, the one you all know from WCW, is in this game. El Mesias, who I believe had some success in TNA, but I think he had a different name. Cibernetico, who looks fucking insane. Look at the dude. His face looks crazy. Charlie Manson, El Vampiro Canadiense, who many of you know from Lucha Underground is just Vampiro. Octagon, a legend in Mexican wrestling. Alebrije, no idea who this is. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen him before. And of course, the legendary Conan, one of the first pro wrestlers I was ever a big fan of. Chessman, who I believe is in a team with Charlie Manson. And here we have Sangre Azteca. Volador Jr., who I wish had a better mask. I'm a big Volador Jr. fan, and I know he takes the mask off sometimes, so you can go, either way with if you want to have him with the mask or not, but I just wish that mask design was a little better. Averno and Mephisto. But still, this is an amazing save, something I could never do. La Sombra is in this game, yes, and his attire looks fantastic. This third and fourth one look badass, amazing. Marco Corleone, I guess this guy's gimmick is that he's from The Godfather, Hector Garza, who used to have a lot of success in WCW and TNA. El Sagrado and Hefesto. I believe Hector Garza passed away. I'm not too sure of that. If he did, rest in peace. If I'm wrong, my bad. Psycho Clown, Dark Oz, and Juventud Guerrera. Wish there was one with the mask, but it's all good. Crazy Boy. He's in a tag team with Joe Leader, who you'll see later. Dark Espiritu and Killer Clowns. Those three clowns and Zombie Clown, they had a minus 5-star match once, so that should give you an idea. Dark Cuervo and Joe Lighter. Hijo del Perro Aguayo, may he rest in peace. He had an unfortunate accident perhaps a year ago, but was definitely one of the better wrestlers I've seen down there. Tejano Jr., of course he did his father's legendary double foot stomp. El Villano 3, El Villano 4, and we may as well just finish it out here. El Villano 5 are all in this game. They had the negative 5 stars against the three clowns. La Máscara, not sure if that's supposed to be Máscara Dorada. Black Warrior, Mr. Aguila, who is actually S.A. Rios. So there you go, S.A. Rios. Damien 666, I'm guessing he's from the Perro de Mal or whatever. I hate saying those three numbers, but they're just numbers, so I'm not really worried about it. Ultimate Gladiator and Dark Escorria, Hysteria. If you look at the top in the middle of your screen, you'll see that it tells you what brand they're each from. And here we have Psychosis from AAA. Kind of overdid it with the green there. Halloween. Extreme Tiger, who I believe is in TNA right now. I don't know, but I know I've been very impressed by his moveset before. Electroshock. Abismo Negro, who I also believe he passed away. Rest in peace, Abismo Negro. And Antifaz. Can't say I know all of these guys, I really don't. And here's actually the creator of the game, Stalker. He seems to have thrown himself in there. Good for him, what the hell, why not? And Algen del Futuro and El Valiente. I have no idea who most of these guys are, obviously, as you can tell, because I'm just going right through them. Normally I talk about them, or I say their nickname, or maybe their catchphrase. I don't know that many of the guys here, other than the legends, like obviously Mystico, Blue Panther, Ultimo Dragon, even Dr. Wagner Jr., Octagon, La Barca, you know. Here and there I know some guys, Vampiro, Conan, you know, I heard Charlie Manson and Chessman, you know, but let's pick Dark Cuervo here. I don't know who the hell any of these guys are, but he's obviously a heel. That's the difference between like Mexican wrestling, American wrestling, and Japanese wrestling. Mexican wrestling is still very face versus heel. And I noticed when I got in the match that I actually had picked the CMLL ring, which is like, well, what the fuck? Why would I pick the CMLL ring, and then have two AAA guys in a match? But fuck it, they look the same anyway. You know, they're both fucking sponsored by Corona, so whatever. And, you know, good beer, by the way, good beer. If you're over 21, you're old enough to drink beer. Corona tastes pretty damn good, especially with some lime and some salt. Really damn good. So yeah, we got this match, and I guess I'll take the opportunity to talk about my channel since I'm here or whatever and you guys are watching. Obviously you can find this save, before I get into the conversation about my channel, you can find this save at Old School Reunion, and you can also find it on Night Stalker's blog post. He has a blog post where you can download this at. Excuse me while I drink some water. Really well done. It's another one of those that's so well done that it feels like its own game. You know, it's obviously No Mercy, but it looks and it feels like its own game. So if you don't have this one yet and you're big on Mexican style lucha libre, then I definitely suggest you give it a shot. You know, check it out. I tried to say check it out and give it a shot at the same time, and give it an out. I don't know what the hell. I was trying to get the tope here, but for some reason he did a flying dive. From what I've seen of Octagon, he would rather do a tope in that spot, so I'm going to see if I can go into the movesets and change it up. As many of you know, when I try one of these games, I usually go in there and I start hacking stuff and fixing it more to my liking. As you see here, the clock time is on normal time, it's not on double time, so I'll probably put it on double time. There's probably some wrestlers that aren't in here that I wish were, like El Hijo de Santo, El Santo, Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr, a very young Rey Mysterio, which means I'm actually going to have to hack like the ECW Mysterio and make him even skinnier and then put him in this game. I'll probably do the random spirit boost and maybe the harder to get 3 counts as well. For this mod. I know I was going to talk about my channel, but fuck that. Now I'm going off about what I'm going to do to this game. Like many of you saw with the NXT game and the NJPW game, you know, I mod them. I changed them up. I add things to them to make them more to what I enjoy. And I feel that this one is very good. It just needs certain amounts of characters and certain small things to the gameplay, certain tweaks to make it more to my enjoyment. Obviously, if you guys want that hack, once I'm done with it, I can easily upload it with the changes. I may add the CMLL ring from Showdown, the AAA ring from Showdown 64, because I feel that one looks a little better than these, but it may mess up the aesthetic, so maybe I won't. I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, definitely would like to add more characters. If I could find a good Jack Evans, I'll definitely add Jack Evans into this as well. Um, so I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll add a stable and call it Lucha Underground, and put Johnny Mundo in there and Angelico and shit like that, and then I'll call it AAA versus CMLL versus Lucha Underground. I'm sure a lot of wrestling fans and fans of the No Mercy engine would love that. So maybe I'll do that in the future. But like I said, don't hold me to anything. These are just thoughts. Um, there's a chance I get employed soon and I don't work on any of these. Or like when you saw with the Mugen that I was doing, sometimes I start a project and then I take a long hiatus from it and then I start another project and I may come back to it and finish them up. I may not. These are just ideas. You know what I'm saying? Um, More like wishful thinking. You know, I know I can do certain things like fixing the clock and doing the harder to get a 3 count and things like that. I know I can do that shit. That shit's easy. Adding the characters and stuff like that, that's still some stuff I have to figure out. I did see that there was a lot of slots open, so I don't think it'll be as difficult as like adding somebody in Showdown 64 will probably be a lot more difficult than adding a Lucha Underground stable here. I think that should be possible. And probably adding another Legends one, or just throwing Hijo del Santo, Eddie Guerrero, and Art Barr in here, you know, just at random. But obviously, if I want to use any of those characters, I have Fire Pro Wrestling, so it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? But yeah, as you see there, the nameplates are different. The fans are different. They have signs that correspond to what Mexican lucha fans would have. As a Octagon applies to Dragon Sleeper. So really cool stuff. Octagon is actually one of the honorable pro wrestlers to have a 5-star classic in his catalog. If you haven't seen Octagon and Hijo del Santo versus Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr, I suggest you check it out. It's a great match. The fans are hot for the entire thing, and it's a 5-star classic. It's rated by Meltzer. You know what I mean? Maybe Perdot should be in here. Fuerza Guerrera should be in here, certainly, right? Like, there should be a Fuerza Guerrera. You know what I mean? Because, you got Sun, you got Juventud, why not have Fuerza in here? But yeah, overall, it's a hell of a save. Fantastic work. The person who did it, hats off. I didn't do it. So, nothing but credit to that person. Name is Night Stalker, I believe. I may edit it. I don't think I would do much. I mean, we'll wait and see as Octagon unloads with a bunch of kicks here. I may, add characters. I may not. But like I said, my hack would be minuscule to the person who did it. You know what I mean? All props to them. This is a great save. I suggest you Google it. Try to download it. I may have the description. I may have the link down in the description. To the old school reunion link to it. So if you want to download this, check the description. If you need help installing it, there's a video on YouTube on how to install it. So check that out. There's a great save if you're into Mexican pro wrestling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.